They were the Forerunners.
It wasn't very long at all that I realized that animated movies are the ones that stand out more for improved video game adaptations. Films like Street Fighter II, the animated movie, or Final Fantasy VII Advent Children are the ones that do everything right, sticking and being faithful to its original source material and giving us an interesting piece of entertainment. So to speak, animated movies are the ones because simple ink and lead can bring anything to life, whereas a live-action production involves various set pieces, question Hollywood producers if it's ever worth the risk. Some don't even try at all, but others try too hard to begin with. The animated feature Halo Legends based on the Halo game series for Xbox is no surprise at all. I've been involved with Halo occasionally, most recently being Reach, and as a result it has all of what's mentioned above. Rumor has it that there's still yet to be a live-action movie, but until then, I'm not crossing my fingers even if Spielberg's name on it. But I digress. What I find what Halo Legends is to the franchise is also what I find what Fantasia is to Disney, a compilation of various shorts placed into a full-length feature. There's a total of 7 Eastern narratives, 2 of which are CGI and one of them is particularly an experimental art representation. Some of them were enjoyable, others they weren't, but overall it's a nice way to go for the fan service. What I found the most entertaining of the lot is the start of the film where Cortana explains the origins, hence that's also the name of the skit, of the Flood. If you haven't played the games, they are monstrous forms of life that have existed over periods of time. Even to the Covenant is the Flood very fearful. Another one of what I found best was the Duel, the experimental skit. It's animated in CGI, but it's rendered through a traditional water painting effect. It takes place in the culture of the Covenant, centers on the warrior Arbiter, and gives us a samurai tale to blend with. Parts of the animation took effect really well, but others the CG was too obvious. Now if I was to choose the third of the lot, it was the package. Another CG sequence where Master Chief and the other Spartans fly through the Covenant ships in space to rescue someone. The animation to me was the weakest, but it had some of the most well-choreographed action scenes in the movie. Others below what's mentioned is on the meh and okay level. All skits are animated and drawn so well, but then again, that's always been the highest rate when it comes to anime. But the lowest rate of that is what's also put in the movie. The scripts are utterly cliched, formulated, and over-the-top emotional. There's the shock expressions where the eyes wiggle so slantingly to demonstrate the emotions of what's happening. This is all of what I find when it comes to Eastern animations. I'm not against all of it, but is it always necessary to force us to feel sorry for them? It's just as forced as shoving food in your mouth. Some can be done right, mostly under the hands of Hayao Miyazaki, Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke, 2 of my favorites, but I digress. To explain each skit under a few words, The Homecoming was forcefully emotional as mentioned above, but convincingly enough by its story. Prototype seems too much like Gundam Wing, but it has decent drama. The babysitter was forgettable and felt pointless. All we see is some trained ODST soldier with a Spartan trying to be the know-it-all. It couldn't get any more cliché. To give credit though, they at least tried to take themselves seriously. That's pretty much what the Halo series is meant to be taken, but it's not done perfectly. The other problem of the movie is also what my least favorite skit is. Odd One Out. Boy, couldn't this movie one be any more appropriately named, because oh my god was this one stupid. It's when a Spartan falls into the planet with kids, a dinosaur, and a giant monkey like Elite. I'm not kidding. It's Halo blending with the humor of Dragon Ball and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Tons of slapstick, randomness, and goofball humor is forced all over the place. It's so far-fetched and utterly bizarre that I damn near wanted to skip it. All what was needed was Goku, and there you have it. To be fair though, I did laugh at some scenes, but overall, what was the point? Halo is an intergalactic sci-fi war and part fantasy, not a comedy. I can only guess that the creators behind that wanted to goof around and have some fun. But this was just the wrong direction for humor. It's not completely terrible though. It's as harmless as it is. Just turn your brain off to sit through it or spend the time to go get a drink. Setting all of my nitpicking aside, was I entertained? Definitely. It's one of the most interesting from most video game adaptations. Of course, Halo Legends delivers as usual from other animated adaptations of games, but it's interesting. I enjoyed it for what it was, as well as proving what it does best, satisfying the fan service. It doesn't try hard to deteriorate the purpose from the neutral viewers. It sticks close to the source material, it's visually stunning, and it provides a wide variety of the interesting parts of its media, depending on your taste. It's almost as much as what the fans would want, so to speak. I mean, you can't expect more from the games for different reasons. If you were expecting less, I can understand because of how badly the subgenre is, even to this day. It's nowhere near perfect, but suffice it to say, it's satisfying on so many levels. To the overall rating, 4 stars out of 5.